Hey guys, what's up? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Crissanna, and if you're new here, then welcome, and if you're an oldie, welcome back, guys. So in today's video, we're going to be playing with the new Wet n Wild Nude Awakening eyeshadow palette. So I did actually do two looks with one palette. I did a more green on this side, and I did a more burgundy on this side. And you guys, to say I'm obsessed with this is the least. I'm freaking in love with this palette. So now I also did get two more. I got the Lights Off one. And then I also got the 5-pan Go Commando one. So I will be doing upcoming videos with these eyeshadow palettes also, but I did want to do two looks in one just to show you guys how versatile these palettes are. I absolutely love the soft side because I feel like it's an everyday wear, but I also love the burgundy side as well. Like I am really, really obsessed, you guys. And if you guys have any of these palettes, go out and get them. Like they're so freaking good. Listen to me, I'm like speaking for all the palettes and I've only tried the Nude Awakening. But anyways, you guys, this is really good and I would give this 10 out of 10 stars. So if you guys want to see how we created this two looks in one, then go ahead and keep on watching. So I think I'm going to do two different looks. I think I might only be using one palette today, guys, just because I want to use the other palettes in a separate video all alone by themselves, just to give you guys two different looks from each palette. So the one I'm going to use is the Nude Awakening, just because I think Wet n Wild did make a Nude Awakening eyeshadow palette already, didn't they? Okay, so this is Wet n Wild's old Nude Awakening palette. Now there is, I think, a few different shades. They don't look absolutely identical, but this is the new one on the top, and then the bottom one is the older one. So like I said, I'm really excited. I did hear a couple people say that their formula is a lot better in the newer ones. I'm really excited to test it out. So I'm just going to use the CoverGirl Undercover Concealer to prime my lids. I absolutely love this stuff for priming my lids. It's super thick, and you really don't need much. So you can use concealer or primer or whatever you like. I typically go for concealer because it does hide all the redness and the veins on my lids. So I forgot we're doing just one eye, so I did go ahead and wipe the concealer off the other eye. Then I'm just going to take some translucent setting powder. It can be any setting powder. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to set my lids. But I feel like Wet n Wild definitely could have put in a mirror in these palettes. I feel like with their older palettes, they don't have mirrors, but I feel like with these ones, it really would have been nice to have a mirror. I'm going to grab this shade right here. It's like a creamy, grayish, greenish shade. And I'm just going to start blending this right through my crease. So I'm just going to be really sloppy with this color because I don't really care where it goes. I just want it in the crease and a little above the crease. So I'm just going to blend that back and forth because this is just going to be our transitional shade. So I'm going to go ahead and deepen up the outer V with this shade right here. For this, I'm going to be using an M456 brush. And I'm just going to start packing this shade right along the outer V. I mean, already I can definitely tell that the pigment is a lot better with this palette versus like the older one where you kind of had to like build the color up. Color is packing on beautifully. Go back in with that first shade and just blend some more of that right here on the inner part of the crease. And also up around that darker shade as well. Okay guys, and that was easy enough. I am going to go ahead and add some shimmer and then we'll kind of see where that leaves us. So for shimmer, I'm going to go ahead and grab this shade right here. I'm just going to go ahead and start packing this on about 1/2 of my lid. I might drag it all the way over. I'm just not sure yet. Okay, very, very pigmented. There is a lot of kickback in the pan. And I am getting a lot of fallout on my face. So I'm just going to take my setting brush and just lightly dust away all that fallout. I'm going to go back in with that deeper greenish shade and just darken up that outer V. Okay, you guys, so far so good. I'm actually really, really impressed with how this looks. So now the only thing that disappoints me a little bit is there are 3 shades that are almost exactly the same. So it's this one, and then this one. They are all the same color story. I would have loved to see like a shimmery green. So now I'm going to go ahead and prime the other lid. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and jump in for the other eye. So I'm first going to grab this burgundy toned shade. And I'm just going to start packing this along my outer V, kind of just like rotating. And then we will bring it up into the crease. But these colors are blending like beautifully. Then I'm going to take this creamy white shade right here. I'm just going to blend that right up above the burgundy shade. So I'm just going to keep adding that burgundy shade until I get the pigment that I want. And I think I'm going to actually bring it up a little bit as well. Okay, there we go. Now I think I've brought it up far enough to where I actually like it. For some shimmer, and like I was saying earlier, there isn't a lot of options. So we did already use this shade right here. So I think I'm going to go with the one right underneath. So this one right here. See how this one applies. Because they are almost exactly the same, except one has like a burgundy undertone and then one has a more gold undertone. Other than that, they are very similar. Once again, the shade is applying very well. Wet n Wild really stepped it up with this one. Like, these shades are so buttery. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to use this shade right here for both sides. Alright guys, so here is what we are looking like. I'm going to get off camera, do my false lashes, and then we'll come back and do the bottom waterline. Alright guys, so I finished off with my eyelashes, and to say I'm impressed is an understatement, you guys. This palette so far is like a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm absolutely loving it, but let's go ahead and do the bottom waterline. So I'm first going to go back in with that green shade. I'm going to use a smudging brush, but this is a super skinny smudging brush just so I can keep it really close to my lash line. And this is the Morphe 508. So I'm just going to start, like I said, keeping this really close to my lash line because we are going to go in with the lighter green shade to smoke it all out. And then I'm going to go back in with the lighter greenish shade. I'm just going to use that to smoke out the darker shade. So I'm going to use that same small Morphe brush. I'm going to go back in with the burgundy shade and then keep that really close to the lower lash line. And then to smoke it out, I'm going to go in with that eggnog shade. It's not really called eggnog, but it looks like eggnog. Alright guys, I went ahead and added some mascara, and here is the final look. I will give you a close-up. So guys, my final thoughts on this Wet n Wild Nude Awakening palette is I'm obsessed, you guys. I feel like you could go super soft, you could go super sultry, and I absolutely freaking love it. Like, here's another look, you guys. So this shade right here, it definitely is more of like a green. I thought it would be like a chocolate brown, but it is more green. But all the shades that we used today performed so well. And I feel like for only using, I guess I used 3 shades on that side, but for just using the burgundy and then the shimmer on this side, I love the way it turned out. And I absolutely love this one too because this one is very soft. I thought this one was going to be the one that was going to be a little bit more smoky, but it did come out more soft. And I absolutely love it. Like, I'm freaking obsessed. So this is absolutely 10 out of 10 stars from me, like 100%. Like, it's absolutely amazing. I am really stoked to use the other palettes. I'm really excited about these other 10 pan one, the lights off one. I'm really stoked about that one. This one, the Go Commando, is kind of neat. I like how it has like the green shimmer, the white shimmer, the red shimmer, and then it has like a red and brown matte shade, which I'm really excited about this one as well. But let me know what one you guys want to see next. I'm thinking about doing the 10 pan next, but let me know what you guys want to see next. And if you guys have gotten any of these palettes yourself, which one is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, I hope this video taught you guys something. And if you guys had a piqued interest in buying these palettes, I hope this video showed you that they are freaking dope. Well, at least this one that I tried is completely dope. And I am obsessed with it, you guys. I feel like for $5 or $6, it is absolutely worth it. And I'm going to tell you right now that their formula is completely different than the old ones. The old ones just, they're pigmented if you build up the shade, but they're not as blendable. These ones are pigmented and they're very blendable. So I absolutely loved it. And yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you in my next video.